the situation right now here in Leondale. The situation right now in Leondale is busy. The situation is happening right now in Leondale.
Yeah. Huh? No. Close the shop. Close the shop. Close the shop. You don't have the permit to conduct business here. You don't have. I know you don't have. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, you don't have the permit.
How do they have, boss?
Let me see the permit. It's a business permit.
Yeah, business permit.
Yeah, where did you get it from?
Where is it?
Where did you get it from?
It's Pretoria.
Yeah,
Yes.
but this is not Pretoria. This is Ekurhuleni.
It's a business paper to give only for get this.
Yeah, but you listen.
Pretoria.
Ekurhuleni municipality
Yes.
is supposed to give business permits because they are the ones. They are the local government. So you can't get a business, and this is not a business permit. Do you know a business permit? Do you know what is a?
I know this.
Do you know what is a business permit?
I know this.
A business permit is something that you get from the municipality. The municipality say you are owning the shop. You are from Bangladesh. You are owning the shop here.
Hello guys, welcome to Amazon CV. I hope you are okay. So the reason why these guys, they don't even know what the business permit is. Why? Because even our inspectors, if they go there to those places that are employing illegal immigrants, they don't ask for work permits, business permits, all those things. They just want to know if you are legally in the country, where is your passport. That's the only thing our authorities are asking for. To have a passport doesn't mean that you have a right to work in a foreign country. To have a passport doesn't give you the right to open a business in a foreign country. First of all, you have to have a business permit. You have to invest 5 million rands if it's in South Africa. And in other countries, it's the same thing.
You are not supposed to mix those things. The juices are supposed to go into the fridge, other fridge, and the meat is supposed to be in the other fridge.
No, I didn't put
Yeah, I was there. I was there.
This another.
No, it's not my first time in this shop. I was there.
You come in. This uncle, everyone I know.
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes it's coming here. I know it.
Yeah, but you don't have a business permit to conduct business here. You are not supposed to go and close the shop and go and get the permit from the municipality. Otherwise, my brother, I will chain the shop. I will close the shop and chain it myself. I'm asking you nicely. I'm not taking anything from you. I'm not taking your money. I'm not taking your stock, and I'm not disturbing anything. I'm asking you to close the shop and go and get a permit from the municipality. You are not supposed to operate without a business permit because we don't know. If you do anything wrong here, we don't know where we are.
He said, we don't know this motion. I know this motion. This oil and man, I know this motion.
Yeah.
So it's long time he's working this shop.
Yeah.
So he's a box bar.
Yeah.
How is going maybe he's a
Yeah, so close the shop until he comes.
No, I'm calling this guy. This guy is coming. So
who is this guy? The owner?
now is maybe box bar.
You are calling the owner.
Yeah.
The owner is coming. Yeah, I'm saying close the shop.
Hey, but Nati guys, how can we allow people from other countries to come and run small businesses like this? I know these things need capital. I know we are unemployed. We need money.
But close the shop now and sit in the car. Do that, please. Come in. Please do that now.
This guy.
Sis, please, baba miyeke lengane thina sinaso isikhathi sokudlala phela thina. Bafo, hello. Close this shop now. No, don't call him. Close the shop. You said you called him. You said he's coming on it. You said he's coming. I'm saying close the shop and sit in the car. Let's wait for him outside. Let's wait for him outside the shop. Guys, are you understanding me? I don't care whether you call him. I asked you to call him. Yeah, so come out of the tin. Why, when I'm peaceful, you are trying to be violent with me? Come out of the tin, go to your car. Or wait outside here. Close the shop and call this guy. No, you have to be outside.
So Bantu Basetwane, please go to our offices, apply to lease this property. There is no renovations that are necessary here. This property is perfect. All you need to do, go to our office and produce your documents and apply to lease this. We're doing this so that these opportunities can be used by you. The people that have hijacked this building, we hear that there was even a Nigerian that came earlier, or there's Somalis and Pakistanis that do not want the place to be closed. We've never signed a lease agreement with those people. So we're taking our property, but it can't be for nothing. It must be for you, the people of Tshwane.
If we can just learn to do things by ourselves, all these things, even all these insults from foreigners, will stop. Some of the things they are saying to us are true. We don't want to do things by ourselves. Our authorities are trying sometimes for us. They give us RDP houses. We take those houses and give to foreign nationals. I understand we have this crisis of unemployment in our country. So if we rent out our garages to these people for them to run their tuck shops and all this, is because we need some money so that we can take care of ourselves and our families. But out of that money, if a Pakistani is paying you 4,000 rands, take 3,000 rands, buy whatever you need to buy for yourself and your family, keep 1,000 rands each and every month. Even if it's 500 rands, it's a lot of money. Keep it somewhere, save it. Every month, if he is paying you 4,000 rands, for example, keep 1,000 rands or 500 rands. After 6 months, or even up to 1 year, at least you'll be having about 5,000 to 7,000 rands. It depends on how much you are saving. Whether it's 1,000 this month, the following month, maybe it's 500 rands. At the end of only 1 year, you can allow that Pakistani to run his shop in your yard for only 1 year. The lease agreement must not exceed 1 year. Then, if you see that it's towards the end of the agreement, already he is aware that the lease agreement is 1 year. Use that space for yourself, because for the whole 1 year, you are learning how to do business. You are learning from him. Take advantage of him being in your yard. Take advantage of him doing business in your yard. Then learn from what he is doing. From that, whether it's 5,000 rands you saved or 10,000 rand you saved, start small. Start by maybe buying snacks for kids, biscuits. If it's summer, ice cream, ice blocks for the start. Maybe 1 crate of bread for the start, then 1 crate of cold drink. Then you will grow from there. Because really, if we allow ourselves to be taken care of, or maybe to be fed by these people, it means we will never allow them to go, because we are depending on them. Imagine you will be having a Pakistani in your yard forever. Why? Because you don't want to do things by yourself. No, guys, we have to at least do something. I'm not saying we are not wise enough, but we need to learn. You, as a human being, you cannot know everything. Like us in South Africa, we were not raised to run businesses. It's our culture that you have to go to school, finish school, then you will be employed. That is the culture of South Africa. We don't know anything about going as at a young age, going to sell somewhere on the streets or maybe hawking. No, but it's not our culture. Our mothers are selling on the streets for us to go to school so that we will have a brighter future, for them to at least to be comfortable at the end of the day. But foreigners, there's nothing like that. They are not depending on their education. They are learning skills at the young age. They are learning how to hawk, to run businesses. That is why they are sending them at the young age to go and learn trade, so that they will grow up knowing businesses. They don't depend on school and the employment. So for us, it's a different thing. That is why we need to learn from them. Take advantage of that opportunity. Learn from them how to do business because of the unemployment. Because some of them, like Zimbabweans, are here to take your jobs. The same job you went to school for. Zimbabweans are like South Africans. They depend so much on being employed. They are not like these other foreigners like Malawi, Nigeria, and all this. Mozambique. It's rare to find that a Mozambique is taking South Africans' jobs. They are hawkers, they are hustlers. Only Zimbabweans are a problem when it comes to employment in South Africa. So guys, let's take that opportunity. Let's learn from these people. Let's not lose this opportunity, so that when we say enough is enough, abahambe, siyazi ukuthi we've learned a lot from them. They're taking advantage of us. We need to take advantage of them too. We cannot allow them to use us. We need to use them as well. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, to like and share the video. Love you so much. Bye.